We've reviewed so many high-end keyboards before, it's time to introduce some less expensive mechanical keyboard for those on a budget. This one, the FE98 Pro, comes from the well-known Chinese brand iRock. After a few days of using it, I think the $70 keyboard is kind of suitable as a first custom mechanical keyboard for most people. Like most budget mechanical keyboards, the FE98 Pro comes with a very basic but essential accessories, a manual, a Type-C cable, a 2-in-1 keycaps and switch puller, and a spare metal sign, which is actually a decorative piece that magnetically attaches to the area of the right control key. The mechanism is pretty strong, but it's pretty easy to replace. If you want to, you can even make a DIY metal sign of your own. For a starter keyboard, design is not where they excel, but the FE98 Pro does a pretty good job compared to other budget keyboards. We got it in two different colorways, and the clashing colors of the top and bottom cases are nice touch. Both the color and functionality are on the better end of the range. It has 22 modes of backlit to choose from, and the light is bright enough. Even though we have the black plate here, the lights are still visually delightful. If you put a higher priority on lighting effect, you can choose the white version because the plate color is the same as the color of the case. Maybe in these footages it looks like the backlight is flickering a little bit, but that's a camera issue. It doesn't flicker at all. There's also an RGB light strap next to the ESC key, which apart from making the FE98 Pro even more special, also doubles up as an indicator light. For example, it blinks when the Bluetooth pairing. Everyone's favorite keyboard feet are also available and can be addressed in two levels. And the 2.4G dongle even has its own storage slot, so this time, this little gadget should not be so easy to get lost. The build quality of the FE98 Pro is also well done. It's solid and doesn't have very noticeable seams. Overall, in terms of the looks, there's no one who can do a better job than it on a $70 keyboard. Being more compact than 100% layout and retaining the number pad and the function key is the main reason why 90% layout keyboards are so popular. I prefer the FE98 Pro's design to the other 90% keyboards where the number pad and arrow keys are cramped together. Each zone is independent of each other, so it didn't take me much to learn how to exactly tap the arrow keys and number keys without looking at the keyboard. There are still 3 ways to connect to your computer: wired, 2.4G, and Bluetooth 5.0, and I personally haven't found any problems with the wireless connection in the few days, no matter on the 2.4G or Bluetooth connection. Although the FE98 Pro is made of plastic, its weight reaches over 1,300 grams. Since it's not a portable keyboard, the weight is not a drawback at all. The FE98 Pro keycap is made of ABS with an OEM profile. This keycap is the most common type on the market, and for DIY users, it could also be the most convenient setup to find a replacement with various patterns. The font is clear and neat, and the colors are brilliant. At this price point, that's already impressive. After all, the keycaps are replaceable, which can be customized to any style you want. Here we also have the replaceable switches. It supports hot swap 3 or 5-pin switches, so you can easily upgrade this keyboard to improve the typing feedback that you're familiar with. But if you don't want to fuss with it, the exclusive iRock custom red switches also provides a great typing experience. They are linear switches, which are quieter. Limited by the price, it's definitely not going to be the best, but as I said earlier, if you're not that picky about the typing feel, then these switches will still work fine. You can hear that it's not as thick as a high-end keyboard sound, but it's not as flimsy as you might think. Since it has 2 layers of silicone, the structure inside can already provide a very nice base for customization. When I took this keyboard apart and took a closer look, the silicone padding inside is really thick. All the spaces of the keyboard are filled. Even the irregular parts of the bottom case, the silicone padding fills in also. I'm sure there's no cavity tone here. So if you swap out the switches, it has the potential to sound even better. That's really the charm of this customizable keyboard. The plate of the FE98 Pro is metal, and with the tray mount, the typing feel is rather hard. However, typing preference varies from person to person, but for me, whether it's softer or harder, I can always find a pleasure in typing, so I don't think there's anything wrong with using a tray mount. At least it saved me some money. The FE98 Pro is controlled by iRock's own software for backlit, key changes, and macro. Yes, this $70 keyboard got its own software. That's pretty surprise. And the interface is relatively simple but has all the features, including the N key rollover and Win key lock, which is specially designed for gamers. There's only one place users are complaining about, and that's the software download server in China. To allay your concerns, iRock has switched the servers to the United States. This time you guys should have no complaints. As for the built-in battery, iRock says that the FE98 Pro can last more than 40 days in wireless mode with no backlit and 4 hours use per day. I haven't used it that long, but considering the large capacity of 3,800 mAh, I believe iRock's claim. The iRock FE98 Pro is currently available on Amazon for $69. It's not the cheapest, but it's certainly not expensive, and I recommend it also for the brand iRock, which has a pretty good reputation in the niche market. For an extra $10 or so, you get more keys than those cheaper keyboards, a better look, and more reliable after-sales service. Other than the switches not being at the top category, there are no other obvious shortcomings. It's definitely worth every penny at $69. Anyway, you can check out the link down below the video where you can learn more about the budget mechanical keyboard. Thank you for watching. I'm Will from China. See you next time.